Today's show is sponsored by Supreme Whiskey Stones, which is an LEO business. And now a brief word from Supreme Whiskey Stones. We support military and all first responders. What's unique about our company is that all our products are custom made from our whiskey stones to our glassware, and no two glasses are alike. We are known for our custom laser etching work. We take pride in what we do, and we love making our customers happy. We have supported many organizations, and at the moment, we are proud sponsors to the Chicago-based Marine Vet Team Level 0 Heroes Hockey Team, helping raise funds for the Marine Raider Foundation. This foundation supports the Raiders and their families. Raiders are continuously deployed around the world in the harshest, most dangerous places. They deserve the highest level of care and support to stay atop of the spear. We have also supported the following organizations: Operation Enduring Warrior, Force Sentinel, helping raise money for officers that have gotten hurt during the line of duty, proud sponsor of the 2018 Illinois State Police Trooper Top Shot, and also the Young Money APAA Sports Client Care Packages featured opening day. You can find them at supremewhiskeystones.com as well as on Instagram at supremewhiskeystones.
Check. 1, 2. Zeke, say something.
3, 4, 5, 8.
3, 4, 5, 8.
Mm-hmm. What? You don't like 7 and 12?
Well, I was 6 afraid of 7.
It's bigger.
7, 8, 9.
Man. God. You're rolling them out today, bud.
Hello, everyone. My name is John Edwards. With me, as always, is Zeke Baker, and together we make the Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you for making us a part of your day. You're another year older. Say hello to the folks, Zeke Baker.
Another year older. Mustache, another day longer.
Your stomach just made some sound.
I don't know what that was. Man, there's something in this new riff. I may have to look into this.
How was your birthday?
Another day in 2 kids under 4 paradise.
You were telling me as you came in that everyone was too sick or too sick to call.
Yeah. Still hadn't heard from Dad. Mom just sent a text. Sister sent a text today, the following day. You know, the older you get, I guess the less they worry about you. I don't blame them.
You don't get anything until you're 40 now.
I'm not worried about it.
We are going to blow it out on your 40th, by the way. It will be, I will tell you, it will be epic. I will call people around the country. We'll get some people to come in. It will be good.
See, I was going to go for tame on the 40th. The woman, she had a big 40th and was all about it. And I don't know. I've never been big on birthdays.
I try to go out of my way to not tell people it's my birthday.
Yeah, same here. The only one I was big on was a few years back when I rented out the corner booth at Tootsie's, and now that was...
Wait, what does it cost to rent out the corner booth at Tootsie's?
It was different times back then. It probably wasn't as expensive as it is now.
Like, you have to rent out a booth, like a place you sit?
You could rent it from 10 to midnight or 10 to 2.
That's interesting.
I will tell you, though, it's cool sitting there in that corner, like the bar is right there. If you got to pee, you just walk behind the bar and go around everybody. Like, there's no crowd. I mean,
are you talking about the one upstairs or the one downstairs?
No, the old school one downstairs when you first walk in the front door.
Oh.
The corner booth.
Oh, so like that's the spot where someone's like, that's a VIP.
Oh, yeah. We went big that night. I don't remember shit.
I would always go to Tootsie's and try to find myself upstairs just because it was a quieter place. Yeah. Nobody's on top of you, and you got an easy way to go to the bathroom. It's pretty... I like the top there. Well, you're blowing up now. People must be saying happy birthday to you.
Probably.
But it's a good day today on this Monday. We've been waiting to review New Riff. This is one that I think both of us have been looking forward to for a very, very long time. As you know, New Riff was putting out OKI, which was sourced MGP juice. It was stuff that they had been doing for a long time as they were waiting the 4 years for their New Riff single barrel and their New Riff straight bourbon whiskey to mature. We finally got our hands. It's tough. The Northern Kentucky stuff that doesn't come down to Tennessee It takes a little bit longer for it to trickle down to us here in Nashville, but we're very, very happy to be trying this today.
Yeah, they still don't have distribution here, I don't think.
Nope. And it's a shame because we're going to talk about this, but this is one of the ones that has been on our radar. If you think about those things like Smooth Ambler, it'll eventually happen to Blom Brothers, even though they are putting out some of their own stuff now, especially with their rye. New Riff is one that it happened to. Belle Meade it will happen to. What happens when they stop putting that MGP out? This is going to be a big test for us, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and whereas the Bloms are, integrating and still putting out the MGP and then also putting out their own products, inversely, New Riff seemingly just, they timed it out well so that they would have, aged product where they want it to be when they announced, hey, we are done with MGP, changed the name up a little bit and just completely pulled the Band-Aid off and, made it just a very 180 transition from sourced only to distilled by us only. And I like that. They announced that they were fully transparent and have been, pretty much in everything I've seen. So you appreciate things like that these days when there's still some smokes and mirrors on, where'd something come from? What else did they do to it? Who bottled it? Who bought it?
And if you think about it, Smooth Ambler was trying to put out some yearling whiskey, some other stuff as they were going. I think Blom has done a good job of saying, hey, the first thing we have out is our rye. It's the Fever River rye. So they're going in a nice path in the sense that they're not hitting you with bourbon right away. They're letting that bourbon age. New Riff was adamant we're waiting 4 years. Belle Meade, it's going to be 5 years before their first whiskey comes out. So those are different paths that everybody has taken kind of coming off of MGP. We don't want to beat a dead horse. Let's talk about this New Riff bourbon for a minute. It is, after a patient 4-year wait, New Riff bourbon was released in the fall of 2018 with an MSRP of $39.99. Their flagship spirit embraces the ultimate quality benchmark for the category. Bottled in bond at 100 proof, 50% ABV without chill filtration. They have a mash bill that's 65% corn, 30% rye, and 5% malted barley with 100% non-GMO grains. It's a genuinely high rye, full-bodied whiskey with a savory, spicy character. I love it when they send us a little sheet that we can read off of. It makes my life so much easier.
Oh, I know. I think you keep them all filed away in your work desk.
I do, actually. I do. Another thing to keep in mind is we don't have it today, but they are releasing a rye, and I think that rye is already out, and it's at the distillery. We've seen pictures of it, but it's going to be bottled in bond as well without chill filtration. It's a 95% rye, 5% malted rye with 4 years of age and 100 proof. I don't see an MSRP on this, but I'm really looking forward to trying their rye as well.
I think it's going to be reasonable to say the least. Everything else they've done has been at a fair MSRP, just another quality that I think most folks appreciate as the transition has occurred with their, own juice, so to speak. And I will say something I think is quasi-interesting is simply the fact that, at least it looks like they only have the one mash bill for their bourbon. We've talked about it previously. It's a bold and risky move from sourcing to doing your own stuff and only having one mash bill. I mean, we won't throw out a whole lot of names, but some folks have done well with it, and then some have, somewhat shit the bed, so to speak.
Well, if you have one really, really good mash bill, I don't think it's a problem. If it's kind of then it's a problem.
Yeah, but, obviously it takes time to see how that develops and what it is. I'm sure you can taste the white dog and maybe have a feel for some things. People much, much smarter and more intelligent than us, but
that's not hard.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, it's a bold move, Cotton.
Let's see how it plays out for him. So, on that note, let's see how it plays out for him. We've been sipping on this New Riff. Another thing that we've been sipping on at the same time, want to give some love to our buddy Steve Clem. He sent us a bottle of the New Riff Single Barrel. It's 113.8 proof, 56.9 ABV, and this is still 4 years, but It is the KBB Ken Riffy Jr. pick. And we would be remiss talking about New Riff and not talking about all the fun stickers that are starting to come out. You know, our group, the Bourbon Cartel, just put out one. I'm Riff James. There's some other...
Oh, there's some with etching. There's the Tater one, and what's the sister to it? You
There's a Tater one, and the other one has dollar signs or something, right?
Yeah, but it's etched on there.
Yeah. There's some crazy stuff that is coming out with New Riff.
We won't ever tell you that it's the best idea to simply buy a bottle for the sticker, but we will both admit that we have done it, and we'll do it in the future if it's something we think is just hilarious.
Sometimes we got to tater out. I mean, I was really bummed. I wanted the Riff Flare so bad, and I thought I had a line on the Riff Flare, and it fell through, but I really wanted a Riff Flare. So
have fun with your bourbon. Don't take it too seriously. As long as you're paying MSRP, who cares?
yeah, if you're paying extra on secondary for just because of a sticker, then that's a different story. But if you're kicking a MSRP just because you have a sticker that you really like Zeke just did the 1792 with Walter on it.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes it's fun.
Thanks, Sparty.
Exactly. Thanks, Blake. So we've been sipping on this as we've been riffing, so to speak. So what do you think so far? Let's go through your tasting notes, nose, taste, finish.
Let's see, 100 proofer. I thought that the nose, I kept getting somewhere between like sweet tarts or nerds, maybe. It's just definitely that sugary kind of thing. On the back end of it, I picked up what seemed to me like fresh stained hardwoods. I don't know what stain or wood it would be. It just, you walk in like a new home or new construction and they just have done it, or even just a table or whatever stained, you buy some furniture. Just that freshness that comes off of it. It was that level of a wood and that feeling sensation. Palate wise, it was really sweet. Then I got a little alcohol-y. Not bad. It's 100 proof. It was just there. Behind that, it got nice and warming. The rye really, I would say, moves in instead of kicks in, because it's not an overwhelming or a punch, but it does grow and get pretty nice. Even felt a little tingle up in the nares. And hey, it's wintertime and it's not necessarily too cold here in Tennessee, but especially this time of year, that little bit of rye that moved in on the back end, it was a nice sensation.
Yeah, what about the finish? Is that...
I really just do nose and palate.
Okay. You do you.
Few things to me have a finish worth talking about. So if I talk about finish, then it was epic.
Good to know. That's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for you. So the nose for me, I definitely got that sugary butterscotch candy. For me, I got a little bit more butterscotch on it. There was some faint oak, lots of spice and mint on there for me. The taste, I wrote lots of spice, but it's not a spice that burns. It's just a slight tingle. And I think that's what you were alluding to. The spice is definitely there. You know it's spicy, but it's not one that...
Yeah, that's why I want to say it moves in instead of kicks in. Because it's not a kick. It's just a transition.
It's and I don't want to use a certain word here, but it's a mellow spice. And then I got some mint, dark fruit. The spice I really got, it was more like a clove, cinnamon, rye spice. It wasn't a very, very hot spice. And then the... Zeke's dying. You okay?
Went down the wrong hole. Oh, God. I had a mild hiccup halfway into it. Oh, God.
Do I need to do the Heimlich?
No Heimlich. Damn, left eye's watering. Man, that's a good one.
Oh, man. You okay? You need a second?
I'm all right.
You want me to pause the recording?
Keep it rolling, Sammy.
So the finish, I said it was medium to long. The spice tingle lingers nicely with some dark fruit in there. It just kind of stuck around, but it wasn't an annoying sticking around. It just kind of, that spice was there. I knew it was there. It was a little tingly. Mm-hmm. It was nice.
Yeah, and granted, this is only 65% corn, but if you've heard us, or especially me, most things that are young or even old, if it's heavy corn, I'm probably going to harp on it pretty bad. I don't get any here.
I have to say, it's a very dangerous pour. And I kind of put it akin to that early times bottled in bond, although this is a little bit more expensive. for less whiskey. You know, it's going to be $25 for a liter of early times. It is $38.99 or $39 for a 750 here. But it is so mellow for 100 proof.
Oh, yeah.
It's scary.
You know, it's kind of laughable because normally we're more higher proof or cask strength kind of stuff. But here lately, I've been more on a 100 proofish tear, so to speak. They've been calling my name lately. I think honestly, it's the fact I can't get a pour after I get the kid to sleep, and it's damn near 10 o'clock. I'm just like, all right, we got to get something going here.
Well, I think it's one of those things too where you realize, I mean, we like high proof, but you could sit there and you can have one high proof, maybe a little bit more, and you can enjoy a couple 100 proofers or 95 proofers. And
yeah, it's like that word on the Bud Heavy can, drinkability.
Exactly. It's like some nights during the week, you know, the weekend, I might want to sit down and really just slowly enjoy a higher proof pour. But lately, it'll be one of those things where if the kid's up a little bit later, fighting bedtime a little bit, after that's done, I just want one that I can really just have.
Well, yeah, like we talk about it, you know, we've got certain glasses that, you know, hold a less volume than a rock glass, and you leave it, you know, it's kind of like in your utility belt on the side, like, all right, kid's gone. Gonna fill this bad boy up and have a throwback. I mean, it's not a shot, but it goes down fairly quick, and you want it to.
It kicks off the palate very well.
I'm sure anyone that, you know, has kids has been there with us, but you guys know what we're talking about when you need that. All right, let's just get this thing done.
You ready to get it started?
Yeah.
I am a big buy on this.
Yeah.
$39, 100 proof. It's 4 years old, but it's not overwhelmingly 4 years old. I think they really knocked it out of the park. I love all the stuff coming out of New Riff, and I can't wait to see what they do with it, because they've really just kind of said, all right, we did it right. We waited the right amount of time. Here's our stuff coming out. We priced it competitively in the marketplace, and it's good stuff.
I would definitely buy it, and I guess I'd be my only hesitation would be how quick that bottle could disappear if you weren't paying attention.
So you're saying buy two?
You know what? I try and find something a little more economical for the throwback pours, but I would, you know, really want to have this just to share it with people, especially as much 2-year juice, 3-4 year, whatever crafts that are in the market now that are, I'll say, muddling the space, even though it's probably not the best way to put it, but they're taking up a lot of shelf stock, and they probably aren't the best and or got released too early. This is good stuff, and I think for anybody that Debbie Downing all the new stuff coming out and in younger juice, this is a 4-year product that I don't think you can really pick on.
Nope.
I'm sure you can, but just in general, I don't think there's any nuances here that anybody would complain about.
The only thing I would say is, as we go to the single barrel, I definitely can tell it's 113.8 proof opposed to 100 proof. It's a little bit warmer. It might be something that you might want to put a drop of water in. It's very good. Really get that Kentucky hug in that single barrel. It's a little bit toastier.
Yeah, on the Ken Riffy, I had down just real simply, nose wise, it seemed to be a richer caramel and less alcohol-y. Just didn't get the astringent kind of vapor feel from it. But on the palate, there was more mint, and obviously it's not diluted, so kind of other flavors that were there were just more pronounced. I said it definitely felt fuller, for lack of better words. And I'm somewhat torn as to which one I don't know. It would be tough to pick which one of these I would go to in a blind. Just because that 100 proofer goes down so easy. And I feel like the fact that it's cask strength in 4 years, it maybe shows a little lack of aging and kind of complexity. I think it just kind of shows its youth.
I think sometimes in a blind, though, people will naturally gravitate towards those higher proofs just because they feel like it has a bolder taste than something that's a little bit less proof and more drinkable. Mm-hmm. I think I would hope that we're at a point in our journey that we would be able to delineate between the two and kind of get down to the flavors on there. But I think there could be some natural bias in a blind just to kind of say, oh, this is more proof, so it is better.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. We may have to tee this up for down the road. Maybe throw some other stuff in there. I think laughably it'd be kind of like the situation of you just landed a 5-star quarterback recruit coming in as a true freshman, and you've got a up-and-coming junior or senior that was a 3-star, has done your program pretty well the past 2 seasons starting. You know, do you go with what's proven and has got you there, or take a risk on athletic ability? Because in a few years, I mean, these things are definitely going to be in a honey spot.
No, that freshman better trade themselves to Oklahoma or transfer to Oklahoma, right?
Or go to OSU, Clem.
I was going to say either way, right? Where did Georgia's backup go now?
Georgia's went to OSU, and surprisingly, Hurts from Bama.
Yeah.
He's going to Oklahoma as a grad student. He's going to get his last year eligibility and be able to play right away. And he said he was going there because he wanted to go to a program that could beat Bama.
So he's not going to Georgia?
No, we do pro-style offense. I don't know why we even took a recruit that was not a pro-style quarterback. Ignorance. I'm telling you. Don't get me on this soapbox with bourbon in front of us, and this 100 proof will be dead.
On that note, go ahead and find us on Facebook at Dad's Drinking Bourbon. Join our Facebook group at Dad's Drinking Bourbon on Facebook. Go ahead and find us on Instagram at Dad's Drinking Bourbon, Twitter at Bourbon Dads. You can find us on your favorite podcast app. Leave us a 5-star review. Long story short, Zeke, I think we both are in for New Riff.
Yeah, definitely. We've been seeing stuff on the boards and through message threads for a while. The majority has all been good, and I definitely concur with most everyone's statements and opinions that they've got some good juice now, and it should only get better with time. Much like my mustache.
Exactly. Where else could the folks find us?
Nashville, Tennessee, and/or parts unknown.
Cheers.
Ciao.